The Zodiac killings. A deep dive into the murders for decades. One guy terrified all of Northern California. And the craziest part? No one even knew his name. This wasn't just some random killer. This guy was a total performer. He was literally taunting the police, bragging to newspapers, and playing a messed up game with everyone. He called himself the Zodiac. But behind his insane puzzles and creepy phone calls was something way more real. A list of people he actually killed, and a mystery that is still unsolved. So today we're going to ignore the crazy theories and show you the real story of the Zodiac's confirmed murders. The first shots on Lake Herman Road. It all kicked off on December 20th, 1968, on this remote road in Benicia. Get this. Two high schoolers, 16-year-old Betty Lou Jensen and 17-year-old David Faraday, were on their first date. Out of nowhere, they were ambushed. Some guy with a .22 pistol just attacks them, and for no reason. Betty Lou Jensen died right there. David Faraday was still alive when they found him, but died on the way to the hospital. A random person drove by and found this insane scene, and that's when the panic started. But then, for the next 6 months, literally nothing. The case went completely cold, everyone was terrified, and the cops had zero leads. Blue Rock Springs and the birth of a name. The killer came back on July 4th, 1969, in a park in Vallejo. This time, Darlene Farron, 22, and Michael Mageau, 19, were just sitting in their car when another car pulls up. A man gets out with a 9mm pistol and just unloads on them. Darlene died, but somehow Michael Mageau survived, and he gave the police their first description of the killer, a short, heavy white guy. But this is where it gets crazy. Less than an hour after the attack, the police get a phone call. It's a guy's super calm voice, and he takes credit for this attack and the murders from 6 months ago. Then, on August 1st, 3 different newspapers get letters from him. They had details only the real killer would know, plus part of a secret code that he said would reveal his identity. This is the moment he gave himself a name and signed with that famous crossed circle symbol. He was the Zodiac. The hooded man at Lake Berryessa. While everyone was trying to crack his code, the Zodiac decided to get even crazier. On September 27, 1969, 2 college students, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, were just having a picnic. All of a sudden, they see a man in this insane executioner-style hood, and it had the Zodiac symbol stitched right on the front. This wasn't just a random attack, this was a performance. He tied them both up and then stabbed them over and over. Cecilia Shepard died 2 days later, but Brian Hartnell lived to tell the story. And before leaving, the killer walked over to Brian's car, drew his symbol on the door, and wrote the dates of all his attacks. Then he just drove to a payphone and called the cops to report himself.
An escape in San Francisco. Only 2 weeks later, on October 11th, the Zodiac goes to the middle of San Francisco. He shoots and kills a cab driver named Paul Stein in a super rich neighborhood. Some teenagers across the street saw the whole thing happen. They watched the killer wipe down the cab and then just walk away. What happens next is a huge police mistake. The dispatcher accidentally told officers to look for a black suspect. Because of that, they drove right past a white guy who actually matched the description, and they just let him go. A few days later, the San Francisco Chronicle gets a letter. It says, "This is the Zodiac speaking. I am the murderer of the taxi driver." And for his ultimate proof, he sent them a piece of the driver's bloody shirt. This was his most insane trophy so far, and it was his last confirmed kill. The Zodiac's confirmed attacks stopped, but his letters didn't. He ended up claiming he killed 37 people, but no one could prove it, which only made the mystery bigger. If you think learning about these insane cold cases is awesome, you have to subscribe for more. So, after more than 50 years, we still don't know who this guy was. In 2020,
a team of regular people finally cracked one of his hardest codes. And the message had no name, just more bragging. The case is still open right now. People have pointed fingers at a ton of suspects, especially this one guy, Arthur Lee Allen, but nothing has ever been proven. The 5 real murders, Jensen, Faraday, Farron, Shepard, and Stein, are the sad, real part of this story. This guy turned murder into a public show. The Zodiac wanted to be remembered, and he totally got what he wanted. We still don't know who he is, but his name is one of the biggest in crime history, a mystery that just won't go away.